Hello everyone and welcome back to another Train Sim World 4 video. We're on one of my personal favourite routes and one which is somehow almost 5 years, well it's 4 years old in like a month, but this year at least it will be 5 years old, which is mad, absolutely mad. And yeah, we're going to be taking a run over to Eastbourne, so let's get in. It's the old East Coastway 377, so it sounds and behaves a little bit differently to the BML one. Let's get the key in, do a bit of that, yeah, and do the doors. Cool. And yeah, we've already got the signal as well, that's good. So we're a fairly quick service on this. We're only calling at Falmer, Lewis, Glynde, Polegate, and then Eastbourne, so it's a fairly quick run, just over half hour. But yeah, we're just going to give it a run, and I mean really this route is very much worthy of some sort of upgrade, extension, but we'll sort of go into that as we go along, sort of what my plan of action would be for this route. Right, let's get the doors shut. We've got the E for East. We do have interlock. We will be getting dispatched out of here, but obviously you don't get dispatches in the game. And we're off. Out of Brighton we go. Lovely, lovely station. Even better in real life. Brighton's just awesome. Brighton's an awesome place. Little brake test. Cool. Let's get out of here. I mean, some of you might not have this route. I mean, some of you might just be used to the Brighton main. Maybe you've never seen it. I mean, is this anybody's first time seeing this route? We've done it quite a lot on the channel, but maybe it's one of your first videos. Have you seen this route before? Maybe you know, done the Brighton main line, but not this one. As we come on to a London Road viaduct, our next station stops Falmer, so we've got a little way yet. I remember when this route first got announced, it was like, really? Wow. It was like, can it be? This is one of my local routes. So it was like, really? They're doing the East Coastway, not the Brighton main line first? It was that sort of, it was like, wow. I mean, it was fantastic. It was like, oh, brilliant. It's one of those routes I wouldn't have expected to see in TSW. So it was fantastic that it, you know, actually came out. Obviously now it's been out for, well, 4 years, but 5 years in December. So really it's 4 years old. It's sort of, it's not really much has gone on really with it. I mean, we had the Class 313 come out, which came out, I don't know, the 313 release was really just bizarre. Like, it was sort of on the roadmap for such a long time, and it was like, is it actually going to come out? And then it finally did come out, but then it was a bit sort of, didn't really work. It just wasn't fantastic. I don't know, it was a bit of a weird release when the 313 came out. It was, I don't know, it didn't seem like the usual sort of, oh, it's out, you know, go get it. It was just, I don't know. Yeah, it was just a sort of weird, not so good release. And that's really the only thing this route has got since, yeah, it's just the 313, that's it. And I mean, it's still not really working either. And sort of those sort of, you know, when the Brighton main line first came out, all the talk on this route was, oh, you know, we're going to get the BML 377 on there, it's going to be amazing, it's going to be good. Because I mean, this 377 is decent, but the BML one is better sound wise. Yeah, it just never happened. It's a bit like Long Island Railroad with the M7 on there. Getting the sounds off the Harlem Line M7A. It just vanished into it. Never happened. And this is a really nice route. I mean, there's a lot of bias in that. As well, it's one of my local routes. But I'm not just the only one who thinks it's a good route. Non-locals think it's a good route as well. Yeah, it's nice. You've got the branch line, you've got a bit of freight. Brighton, obviously a known place, down over to Eastbourne, and it's a nice route. I don't know, how would you sum up East Coastway? You've got the 313 on here, which obviously could be better. And it takes, what, 45 minutes? Well, this is a fast one. But yeah, 45 minutes to get from one side to the other. Which is sort of why it would be cool to see an extension to this route. But this is Falmer. Gravity's going to help us quite a bit here. A 2 to 5 car stop. Let that roll to a stop. Step 3, neutral, doors. Oh, we did have a little update to this route. I think that was on the 3-on-3 release, that these services towards Orr and Hastings got made as 4 coaches, which is more realistic. But it was quite nice doing the longer trains. But yeah, this is more realistic. And even nowadays, you get the 387s as well running these services, Gatwick Express 387s. And the door's shut. I don't know where they're off to. What train are they waiting for? Bit of a hill start here. Let's go. Yeah, this route would be perfect. Would be a perfect contender for a UK route in need of an extension. It's not really old, which means it should still sort of be able to be updated, not completely rebuilt. Yeah, something like Great Western Express, which is so sort of old that they say if they ever sort of redid it, they just basically completely redo it. Whereas this route probably, yeah, still can be updated and tweaked and modernised. But seeing this route go to Orr would just be amazing, because then it would be, what, an hour and a half runs from Brighton to Orr. You know, 377, 387, get the Victoria services in there. You've got some services which split at Eastbourne. You could have South Eastern between Orr and Western Leonards. And yes, South Eastern do go to Orr, just it's a limited, I think it's only peak time, it's like 1 or 2 trains. Yeah, it would just be a really nice addition to it. I mean, if you don't know the East Coastway between, well, Hampden Park and or you might be, I don't know about it, you know, who cares? But have a look at the Marshalling video we did. We went between Ashford and Eastbourne. You just see how beautiful it looks. But I'd only really expect an extension to Orr. Ashford's just too far. Even though there's not really much on the Marshalling, it'd probably be still too far. And you can see it's quite a steep gradient along this bit, sort of heading right the way down into Lewis. That would be my action plan for this route. Would be, first off, well, TOD4, new timetable based on the December 2022 timetable, because then you still have the 313s. Get the 387 on here, 377 from the BML on here. Upgrade the 313, because at the moment it's a bit sort of meh. And yeah, but extend it to Orr. And then maybe as paid for DLC you get the Turbo Star. the 171, which would run between Eastbourne and Orr. Or if they wanted to do it slightly older style, they could even do the old timetable where the Ashford service ran all the way to Brighton. And it's also quite scenic, this route as well. It's nice. Plan through the Sussex countryside, you've got the downs sort of following along as well. And also the branch line down to Seaford, which is just down the Ouse Valley, is just lovely. And right along the coast. Which on the bit between Hampden Park and Hampden Park and Orr, you've got Pevensey and West Ham, Pevensey Bay. You've also got what's after Pevensey Bay? Pevensey Bay is then Norman's Bay, Couden Beach, Collington, Bexhill, St Leonard's Warrior Square, Hastings, and then Orr. So there's a few more stations along that bit. Trying to make up a bit of time here. I was quite sort of close to coming down to that 55 there, but we were a few seconds behind at Falmer. Try and make that up a little bit. And yeah, you run right along the bit. I mean, it'll be very much like West Cornwall local, coming out of Penzance, sort of up to where you then go up the hill to St Earth. Quite similar to that, just sort of running along the beach for the most part. So coming down to the 10 miles per hour limit. Too far around. Were you actually getting a bit of wheel slip? No, or wheel slide. Almost felt like we were only in step 2 brakes. And it's also quite a busy route as well. I mean, it's not one of the busiest of routes, but it's relatively busy. Especially between Lewes and Brighton, where you've got the Lewes shuttles, the Seaford services. Although in a modern timetable you wouldn't have the... Well, no, December 2022 time, I don't think there was Lewes shuttles in that. Or maybe at peak time. But then in this timetable you're completely missing the London Victoria services, which would basically double the amount of... well, add another third of services on, but they're all missing. So if you add them in, it's going to be quite busy. Feel quite alive. As I've been to Lewes multiple times, many times, and there's always something. There's always a train coming in, coming out. Yeah, one's coming out from Seaford, coming along the coast, coming out from London, coming from Brighton. It's quite a hive of activity, Lewes. There's a 313. Actually, it's quite a nice model. It's just the sounds are a bit off. You don't get that really nice compressor sound, which you've always heard on the 313s. The compressor continuously going off. Right, Glyn next. Glyn station, there's not really much going on there. Not a lot at all. I think Glyn is probably the sort of most rural station out of the lot. That's the points we get. And also, if they were to do something with the 313, it would be cool to see a guard on board doing the ding ding. That'd be cool. nearest town centre over there. Let's get back in. There we go. The client's only a few minutes away, it's not that far. A couple of miles. Basically just round the hill. Sort of curl right the way round to one side. It's Glynde. You get a lot of paragliders going up from Glynde up. Is it Mount Caburn? It's not actually a mountain, just Mount Caburn. And then jumping off and paragliding. No, it's not there. I don't think so. But yeah, there's a massive hill there, and people jump off it and paraglide. A bit like a Devil's Dyke. This is Sutherland Junction, where the Seaford branch goes off. Which is a very scenic bit of line. But this route is definitely showing its age now. There's bits of it, you know, where the scenery does look a bit sort of old and barren, but it's not too bad. We are doing it in winter after all, so it is going to look a bit bland. And the power line's vanished. Then we go under the A27. Should be an 80-mile-an-hour limit just after this bridge. That's where the teaser photo was for the route on that foot crossing. And then up to 80, which we can sort of get up to. It's probably not the best idea trying to get up to 80, but you can sort of. I reckon we can probably, I don't know actually. 75 now. In fact, no, we'll start slowing down. Let's not risk it for a biscuit. Yeah, we're now coming up to Glynde. Yeah, it wouldn't be a good idea to try and get up to 80. That's a little short platform. I think it's a 6-coach platform. There's not really much around here. Little substation there, little side in there as well, although all bit being cut off. But yeah, here we are. This is Glynde. It's quite a nice, quiet station. Imagine taking this all the way to Orlo. I've probably said that a few times already in this video, but just, it'll be great. You know, a full 1.5-hour run along the coast. What could be better? And we are here relatively on time. Yep, that's on time. The timings are a bit weird on here. 11:18:41. Yeah, because I think the timetable on here, it is based off the real timetable, but it's slightly auto-generated. Or at least this version of the timetable. It's a bit like on Train Sim Classic when you make a scenario and you set the times for trains. You can alter them, but it does sort of do it automatically. That's why you've got these sort of weird timings on here. You know, 11:18:41 seconds. The next station stop will be Polegate. And from Polegate we're fast to Eastbourne. So we get to fly through Berwick at full speed, 90 miles an hour. And then quite quickly coming down to 80. So it's 80 for now, but just coming up you have got the 90 board. So into the open fields again. Getting that up. What's everyone's favourite thing to do on this route? Do you like the freight? Do you like the seafood services? Or do you like sort of the mainline services? Yeah. Yeah, what's your favourite thing to do? For me, I don't really know actually. See, I quite like, I just like a mix of everything on here. I mean, I quite like the seafood services because it's just really nice down the seafood branch. But then, I was like, we don't do this bit as much. Yeah, so once you get to Eastbourne, the train then goes off, and you have to then wait there for a little while for the next one. Whereas if you do the seafood services, you get to Seaford, you wait 5 minutes, and you go back. Whereas at Eastbourne, yeah, obviously the train then drives off towards Orr, which isn't in the game. So you don't get to drive it that far, or as far, or for as long. But it's now up to 90 miles an hour. So, not slow by. I mean, that's sort of the normal third rail speed. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I mean, probably. I don't know. I feel like I probably do like. I don't. It's tough, really. It's really a tough decision. If it's going down to Seaford or to Eastbourne. I think it probably would be going down to Seaford just for the fact you can stay within the same train to go backwards and forth. If this were to get extended, it probably would be this 100%, because then I could just go all the way to Orr, all the way back, and just stay in the same train. And also you'd have the Victoria services as well, so it would just be busy, it would be alive, it would just be, well, great. That's where you would start slowing down for Berwick. As you watch you pass that whistle board, stick it in step 2, maybe a little tiny bit of step 3, and you get a nice stop at Berwick. Cool, now we get to fly through. I didn't realise though that this line only went up recently got re-signalled. Well, I mean, it's not recently, it's yeah, probably 2010, 2011. Used to have semaphore signals until then. Because I was watching a video of actually at Berwick. Actually, it was of a Wessex pig going along the line down to Eastbourne. You can see all the semaphores, and I was like, oh, that's cool. But there's been a lot of change on this route really since that time. So you found me, you've got the whole Amex Stadium, home Brighton Hove Albion. Before that, it used to be quite a tranquil station just for the uni students, and that was about it. But now you've got the massive sports complex up there as well. That's quite sort of busy now. It's quite weird seeing Falmer pre the football stadium. Sort of your typical rural English station. And now it's, massive stadium next to it. But yeah, so it's just 90 along here, and no hands on the controllers, just sort of chilling out. Although once we come around this corner, we're then sort of straight down to Polegate. That's when we sort of start getting ready to slow down. Yeah, this is all the curve, the corner, and once we're lined up, we'll then start slowing down. There you go, start slowing down about here. Stick it in step 2. That should bring us down quite nicely for Polegate. Hopefully I'm not sounding too sort of dead at the moment, or zombie-like. I'm on the nights at the moment, and sort of halfway through, so tired. Yeah, on my week of nights. This is Polegate, which serves well Polegate and Helsham, which Helsham's just up the road. I need to actually record. We haven't done a trip of this bit of the East Coast. We've done Eastbourne, well, from Ashford all the way down to Eastbourne to the Marsh-Link and that bit of the East Coastway, but we haven't done this bit. I have to do that at some point. You can see what this bit's like in real life. Here we are, this is Polegate, and we are here on time. In fact, we're 6 seconds early because the time is 11:27:29 seconds. So yeah, slightly weird timings on here. I think it is sort of a bit more auto-generated. That's why a new timetable would be just lovely. I am sure this route will get updated at some point. I mean, if routes of the likes of West Somerset Railway are getting updated, which is, you know, even older than this. I think I even heard Tees Valley is getting some sort of changes to it as well. And if they're getting changes, then surely this route is in firing line as well. So Tees Valley, I've heard, yeah, someone in one of the Discord servers mentioned Tees Valley getting changes. I didn't think it was. Yeah, someone mentioned it. Unless they were just saying maybe it is, I'm not sure. But I know for sure West Somerset Railway is. Well, they might have actually been on about Tees Valley with the, there's a modded timetable now on there. For PC. Yeah, if West Somerset's getting updates, and surely this route may do at some point. Although, to be honest, West Somerset does sort of need it, as it's a steam railway, but all of the trains on there are diesel at the moment. Round we go. Veering round the corner. And up 2 seconds. That used to be it is actually, well, it used to be a triangle here. So you had the bit of line going across here and then joining up, but that doesn't exist anymore. Bit of a weird cut, considering it probably would have, you know, made journey times much quicker. Although I suppose most people going along the coast probably are actually going to Eastbourne. But it's quite cool, the timetable, the present timetable. Because yeah, trains split at Eastbourne. It's sort of, yeah, I think the first 4 coaches terminate at Eastbourne, and then they then detach the rear 4, and then they then continue to Orr. And then I think the next 4 coaches coming down from Orr will then attach to that and then go back up to London. So it's quite a cool system. I suppose it's just to allow more capacity into Eastbourne. because once you sort of head up towards Hastings and all, a lot of the stations there, they can only take 4 coaches. I think is it Norman's Bay can only take 3 coaches. So having a massive Grade 8 coach train, it doesn't really make too much sense, because all the stations are just tiny. Which is another cool thing about that line. Maybe there'd be like SDO we could get working on here finally. It would only open a certain set of doors. Because we did see that on Bremen Oldenburg with the M-Wagon, where if it's off the platform the doors don't open. This is Hampden Park. And we'll be down to 55 fairly soon. And then 25 coming into Eastbourne. Which should be, what, platform 2. Yeah, nice little journey. And yeah, half hour, it's just nice. Let's come down for that 55. Nice late morning service. In fact, we haven't even got a screenshot yet. Let's do that now. In fact, that's the perfect time for it as well. Perfect place for it. Sort of being on the embankment. Yeah, got down to 55, which begins, well, here. And we curl our way into Eastbourne, which we are cleared into as well. Next signal should be a single, well, it would be a single yellow. What else can it be? Okay, cool. So occasionally you will have to stop at this signal, but not usually. Yeah, platform 2. Cool. And then round the corner and into it. Now you've got a fairly big sort of, a few carriage sidings here. You've got the washer here as well. So there's a fair little bit going on here at Eastbourne. There we go. Yeah, who'd like to see this route updated and extended? Raise my hand, me. Be awesome to see. Fingers crossed this year. Well, the likelihood of it though is probably really, really slim. Looks like you also had a line in the middle as well. But like, I think it's at Bognor. Is it? Yeah, Bognor Regis that has a track in the middle. This is where you can store a unit overnight or whatnot. This one's been ripped up. Here we are. This is Eastbourne. Doors open. DRA. Do that and a bit of that. There we go. That is going to be everyone for today's East Coastway video. I suppose we could also key off as well. There we go. But yeah, that's coming from me. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed it. Links can be found in the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. Apart from that, thanks for coming in, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.